Welcome, everyone. It is 5 o'clock on Monday, September 9th, 2024, and I'm calling the regular Wausau District Board of Education meeting to order. Ms. Peck?
Sarah Brock. Sarah Brock. John Kreischer. Pat McKee.
Here.
Jennifer Paoli. Joanna Reyes. Jane Roosh. Corey Sillers. Lance Trollope.
Here.
Jim Boucher.
Here. Please stand with me to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kale, I was going to ask you to sing the national anthem for a minute there, but then I thought I better back off and go with the Pledge of Allegiance. Exactly. It is a mission of the Wausau School District to advance student learning, achievement, and success. And agenda item number 5, we're going to jump right to this. We're going to have Principal Lucas Barth and the representatives from Wausau East High School to share a brief presentation, which I've been looking forward to for quite a while. Nothing against West.
All right, well, good afternoon. My name is Luke Barth. I am the proud principal of Wausau East High School, and I have 3 amazing humans with me tonight. So let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Layla Rags. I'm Natalie Dorian, a senior.
I'm Zach Frangiskakis, a senior.
So they will be here 5 minutes to go through the presentation about who we are and kind of celebrating a lot of things that we're doing over at Wausau East. So the first slide that you'll see is what we call our cultural blueprint. Wausau East has had our acronym RICE, Respect, Integrity, Compassion, and Excellence, embedded for years and years and years. We've added to it a little bit and calling it the East Factor. So everything that we do will revolve around this blueprint. Every action, every behavior, every guiding force that we have in the building will be based around embracing our 9th graders, achieving with our sophomores, serving as an 11th grader, and then transforming as a senior. And those really are words that we're tasking to our grade levels to talk about as a 9th grader. How are you embracing your opportunity here at Wausau East? And then the respect, integrity, compassion, and excellence will fall into every single behavior, action, conversation that we have to move our building forward. It is a unified message. We talk about it a lot on the Barth Rags morning show. We do the morning announcements and we call it the Brags show. But we do talk a lot about what we expect in Wausau East, and it's really been a really good thing for the building to have unified messaging. So that is our cultural blueprint that we're really excited to guide a lot of our discussion. So the next slide will bring us to Natalie to talk about how we, and you'll notice in a lot of our slides it's WE capitalized for Wausau East, but it is we are all connected. So Natalie.
Okay, so I am very involved in school. I'm a full IB student, DECA member, varsity girls golf player, Key Club president, and I'm part of Link Crew. And all of those things have really helped me prepare for going off to college next year, preparing me with leadership skills, communication skills with admin and other teachers, and planning events, and also teamwork skills, working with younger students in my grade, anyone and everyone. I feel like I'm very well prepared for my next step. Being involved has really helped me make all those connections at Wausau East, like with Mr. Barth and all of my other teachers. And they have all been so supportive. Like with golf, I have to miss a lot of school, and they're always very supportive and are willing to stay after school or before school or during their prep period and are willing to help me get caught up on work. So, yeah.
So I think what Natalie feels and sees is really a good representation of, I think, most of our students at Wausau East. So moving on is Zach to talk a little bit about the academic side of things and how East has prepared him for the future.
So I'm a senior at East, and since about the 8th grade, I've aspired to go to medical school and become a doctor. And this is a very daunting dream of mine, but East High has really helped bring me much closer to making this dream a reality. And it's done this in many ways, but one way is the rigor of the science courses, like Bio 2 IB I'm in currently, and last year I was in Chemistry IB. And these are very challenging classes, and at times I was very stuck, especially on difficult topics such as organic chemistry. But teachers such as the Chem IB teacher, Mrs. Carroll, they're always willing to give up their time and energy to stay after class or stay after school and help out and help you through these really challenging courses or topics. And that's really just allowed me to gain confidence and take on harder classes and really wanted to go into the medical field even more.
Awesome. So Zach's experience, obviously, in the IB world is tremendous, but that message is also echoed in all of our E9, E10, Bio, Algebra 1, and most of our classes that we hear throughout East. And then Layla is here to talk about the culture at Wausau East.
I'm Layla, and to talk about the culture at East as an African American young lady, it empowers all students who go to East, and I feel like there's a lot of club opportunities there, and I'm in clubs. I'm actually joining DECA tomorrow, and there's lots of clubs. There's We Back, and there's International Club, Monk Heritage Club, and many more that anybody can join. And I feel like there's always a teacher that if you're any ethnicity that you can go to, and there's lots of club opportunities that anybody can go, and everybody feels like they can go to any kind of club because they're all very welcoming.
So that is also kind of noted on our MRA data from last year. One of the big emphasis that we had as an administrative team was to improve and work on and continue to grow in the culture within Wausau East. So according to our MRA data, a +3 growth in any category is considered statistically significant. And to highlight just a couple, our school climate rose +14. That was students, staff, and families that all have responded to that. Social support, which would include students have one or more teachers who provide them with encouragement and support that they need for their learning. That was +16. Collective efficacy +12, and school goals +14. That's just a snapshot of who we are and what we're doing. IB data, obviously we talked about that. We are an IB school, super proud of that. But we're also really proud of having our ethnically diverse students embedded into all areas. 25% are represented in our students who are taking IB courses. So roughly 1 in 4 students taking an IB class are considered ethnically diverse. Of that, 57 students who tested had a passing rate of 64%. And one thing I think is really cool is 4 of our IB courses, their test scores exceeded the national average. So not only are we providing the foundational setting to get to these upper level courses, but it's been super awesome to watch our kids grow. And the last one is our attendance rate right now is 97.15%. Kids want to be there. And I know for me, I'm super proud of who we are, where we're going, and it just has been a great opportunity to get in front of you to highlight some of the things, and there are many, many, many more that I could probably talk to you for hours on, but thank you for the opportunity to really highlight who we are at Wausau East. Thank you for these awesome people to be a part of it. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know.
To board members, go ahead.
I would just like to, first of all, those numbers, the improvements in those 4 categories, having done those types of surveys for almost 30 years now in my day job, that is remarkable. Because you're right, 3 points is statistically significant, and you had 5 and 6x that across the board. That's huge. That doesn't happen by accident. And I think it's important for people to realize that that's a lot of work on administration, staff, students. I mean, that's everybody coming together in order to drive results like that. Second question I had, I guess that was not a question, but second question I would have would be for each of you, what is one piece of advice you would give incoming freshmen in order to be the best student at Wausau East? Make sure you try to do what?
I'd say for me, since I'm a junior, and when I was a freshman, it was really tough, but I'd say ask your upperclassmen and ask every teacher that you see possible, because they're all going to help you no matter what. They're not going to say no to you.
I feel like everyone kind of says this, but I would say get involved. It really does make a difference of high school. It helps that high school experience. You can make so many new friends and so many great relationships with teachers. So I would definitely say get involved, try something in every aspect that your school offers.
I would probably say, I was going to go with Natalie's point, but I don't want to copy her, so I'd probably say to try and challenge yourself academically. Oftentimes freshmen, it can be intimidating going into difficult classes because you don't know how different the course load is going to be compared to middle school, but it's important for the freshmen, the incoming freshmen, to understand that the teachers, every single teacher there wants to help out students. And I've learned that through my 3 and ongoing 4 years at Wausau East. Every single teacher there is willing to give up their time and energy, almost excessively, I'd say, to help out any student and to help them get through challenging courses. And they want that. They want students to be challenged, and they want them to overcome that to gain confidence and to take on bigger things in the future.
Thank you. I'm sure your parents are all very proud you did well done tonight.
As
Other
we are too.
questions?
Yeah.
I've got a question. Is this an organization that you have started, Mr. Barth, or have you connected with Link Crew or other national groups for students to get connected?
Kind of all of the above. Back to Natalie's point about getting involved, we've had a tremendous push, and one of our goals is to get kids more connected to the building. So our students are really good at being involved in one activity, soccer or Link Crew or FFA. So one of our goals now is to get 2 or more activities for every student. Now, how do you do that? Well, you're available, you're open, you're accessible, and really I say to kids a lot, I expect you to be successful. Be here, we'll help you. But it really has been a collective effort, not only with our whole staff, but our parents, our families, our kids, this drive to be connected. And it's, to Pat's point of like statistically significant, those are just 4 highlighted areas. We had more that grew significantly. And we're very, very proud of that. I'm very, very proud of that. But the work's not done. So the key is now getting kids more and more connected to us. And we say too that if there's a club that you want that we don't have, we'll make it for you. So
you have started with the Link Crew?
Yes.
And that started off. When did you start with Link Crew? Because that's a
gosh.
very common, popular organization for high schools to get freshmen involved with juniors and seniors, the upperclassmen.
I'm assuming years and years ago. I mean, it's a program that they start with our freshmen doing, cheers. So when a freshman goes to a football game, we teach them the cheers before they go, which is another comfort level for young people to be involved.
Well, the other thing I want to make a comment, that 97% attendance is big.
Amazing.
If you're not there, you can't learn. And if you're there, you're going to get the benefit of a lot of people that are going to be there to support you. So I'm really happy to see that.
And our staff have a unified message of support. We've really worked on, our cell phone expectations, our passing expectations, our expectations to have a consistent message and clear message. Our kids are amazing, as our staff are. So
I'm a little partial there too.
Yes, true.
You know, I'm
I
a little
do.
partial. Right. Any other questions?
I just wanted to say
ahead.
that my daughter is 35 now, and they did Link Crew when she was at East, so it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It's a great organization and great for schools.
So I'm someone with elementary aged kids. Would you explain to me what Link Crew is?
So it's student leaders, in essence, what it is. So it's a group of students that want to teach our incoming ninth graders anything from cheers to tours of the building to how do you use an agenda, how do you use the bathroom, not the bathroom.
Yeah, but what's the
how do you walk the halls?
protocol?
How do you maneuver the building in an appropriate way? So it really is our student leadership group that connects with or newer students to the building and guides them in a way and models what we expect to see.
How does a freshman sign up for that?
So there will be times so Friday we actually have our club dash, which on Friday during lunch, if you want to stop by, it's amazing. Every club and organization will have a table available for all of our students to sign up. So there's an opportunity throughout that day specifically, but there are many times throughout the year that we get kids connected to people that are either an advisor or a member that gets them excited to be involved in it. So there's a lot of different avenues, but Friday is our Club Dash,
Okay.
which should be super cool.
I know my daughter benefited from Link Crew and then served on it. And Natalie, Ayla, she graduated now, but also even at the start of the year, even at like schedule pickup and that kind of thing, there's typically Link Crew members there, just showing people how to get around the building and where to go to get your schedules and just making that connection.
And we want to now expand that into getting our leaders, our student athletes, any of our students down to the middle school levels and down to the elementary levels, to get everybody excited to come to Wausau East. So that's really now the goal of how do we connect the pathway for every student to be involved, to have opportunities, those kind of things. So it's been really fun to be a part of and really exciting to see where we're going.
And I have a question for the students. What would you say is, how do you balance all these activities with your mental health and your classes and your grades? How do you balance all that out to make sure that your mental health it's healthy?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So since I'm full IB, it's nice for us. There's different aspects of it, and one of the biggest aspects is CAS, which stands for Creativity, Activity, and Service. And so that really allows us students who are taking the most difficult classes offered at East to have a little outlet to, go out, work out, and volunteer somewhere. Like I planted pollinator gardens down at the city hall this summer, so that was a really great opportunity for me. And also, like, our teachers are very understanding. If like you're very overwhelmed with something, take the night off. It'll be due to tomorrow. Like, I think the teachers really having like that comfort level with them, it allows us to take care of our mental health.
Thank you. Want to really tell you, greatly appreciate you being here, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that you're here letting us know a lot of things, because the board turns over and a lot of people don't know all the things that are happening in different schools and different buildings. So bringing that to us, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that, agenda item number 6, I would like to recognize speakers and students who wish to make public comments. But before we do, here are a couple of reminders. The board recognizes the value of a public comment on educational issues and the importance of allowing members of the public to express themselves on district matters. Please identify yourself by name and state your address. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes, and this back will keep track of all of that. Dana, join us. Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I am Dana Parlier. I'm the WEA president. Just giving you an update. We started this last year and kind of decided that it was the positive piece that we all need to hear. So just a couple of things that I want to share that WEA has been up to since we spoke in the spring, because I think we haven't been here since then. This school year, we welcomed 80 new teachers, approximately. Tabitha can correct me, but I think we had about 80 at our new teacher breakfast, and WEA takes a pretty active role in that. Sarah, I think, was there for that, and we just make it a fun morning. We have door prizes. One of our local businesses donated NA mimosas for everybody, so they all, with their breakfast. So that's one of the things that we do to just kind of welcome everyone there. This last week, we just had a back to school social for all staff. At both events, we have donations that are given to us by local businesses, and we raffle them off. So those freebies that everyone loves. All of our new teachers got goodie bags with coupons and like free donuts and things like that. Your job and our job is to help retain all of our new teachers. And so this is kind of our way to just show them that we love them and we're happy that they're here, and hopefully know that they have a group that can support them in their work. So that's it.
Before you leave, I just want to make a comment that
Sure.
that was wonderful to see all the teachers come together at Wausau East High School.
Oh, for sure.
Years ago, we used to do that all the time, and it was really a nice way of kicking it off. I had said with Kale that I miss not having that, and it's nice to have brought that back. So it
Yeah.
really was a great event to kick things off for the
Yeah,
school.
it was good.
Next year we'll try to have the air conditioning working.
Yeah, well,
Let's
that
throw
would be
the
a
ice in
better.
there.
But you know, it's always hit or miss whether or not it's going to be warm or cool, and you know, just like this week, it's going to be in the 80s. We'll be sweating. So, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, agenda item number 7. Approve the consent agenda, appointments, additional staff, replacement staff, contract increases, separations, resignations, contract decreases, leaves of absence, retirements, minutes, special meeting of August 12th, 2024, regular meeting of August 12th, 2024, and special meeting of August 26th, 2025. Payment of bills and budget status and investment report. Donations to the district, Patty Bushy, Jane Brzezinski, an anonymous donor, Peyton's Promise, Kathy Kaiser, Wanda Childs, Marshall Rosenau, Amy Olson, Michelle Geiger, Jude Robert, 3M from Donors Choose, American Online Giving Foundation, Back Your Jacks, Play On Sports, Hub International, and Marathon County Employee Credit Union and members. Wow, a lot of donations. I'm seeking a motion to approve the consent agenda with great gratitude for donations to the district.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Old and recurring business, legal expenses summary for 2023-2024 at the August Education Operations Committee meeting. Josh Vergut, Assistant Superintendent of Operations, presented a summary report presenting all legal counsel expenses incurring during the 2023-24. The report is broken down by law firm and the type of legal advice sought. This is a written report and requires no action, but just reviewing what we had covered earlier. New business. Approve a list of legal firms. The presented summary lists the legal firms the district makes use of for a variety of necessary legal needs. I'm seeking a motion to approve the attached list of law firms the board and the district shall access for legal services deemed necessary by the superintendent of schools or his designee. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 9.2, set annual meeting date and location. Administration asks the board to approve the date, time, and location for the budget hearing and annual meeting. This will allow all notices and timelines to be met for an annual meeting between May 15th and October 31st, pursuant to statute S 120.081A. I'm seeking a motion to approve Monday, September 23rd, 2024 as the date for the 2024-25 budget hearing and annual meeting. The meeting will be held at 6 p.m. in the Nicholson Boardroom at the Longfellow Administration Center, beginning with the budget hearing followed by the annual meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 9.3, prior to October 1st, only equalized valuations from municipalities are available in order to project property value changes by school district. An assumption must be made that all property values in any given municipality change in a uniform manner. With this assumption, the district's property value is projected to increase 9.98% for 2024-25 mill rate calculation purposes. Certified property value will not be available until October 1st. The given projected property value will be used for the initial budget and during the annual meeting. 9.4, recommendation for 2024-25 budget. At the August Educational Operations Committee meeting, Assistant Superintendent of Operations Josh Vergut offered the presented 2024-25 budget booklet for initial review. Contained in the publication is a preliminary budget, which the committee is being asked to recommend for use at the budget hearing and annual meeting. I'm seeking a motion to approve the preliminary 2024-25 general fund budget of $118,625,616 for expenses and $117,141,590 for revenue for presentation at the annual meeting and budget hearing on September 23rd, 2024.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9.5, recommendation for 2024-25 tax levy. Contained in the presented 2024-25 budget booklet is the corresponding tax levy to support the budget. Once approved, this levy will be presented at the budget hearing and annual meeting. I'm seeking a motion to approve projected tax levy of $45,763,554 for presentation at the annual meeting and budget hearing on September 23rd, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Wow. Continuing on. I am asking if there's anyone on the board that has anything to share at this point in time as we continue to move along. Go ahead.
Just recently, we had a presidential candidate in town, and he said something very defamatory about our school district, all school districts. In this country, every 50 states, it is illegal to do gender reassignment surgeries on minors. They do not go to school and come home a different gender. And I think it behooves us to make sure that the facts are out there. So I don't want our parents to worry that that would ever happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? No. I am just going to add one item, a reminder to the board that a region or the Wisconsin Association of School Boards fall meetings take place from September until the first week of November. And Region 5, which we belong to, and I'm the director of for Wisconsin Association of School Boards, our meeting is taking place on October 1st. And that will include an agenda of 4 o'clock workshop registration, 4:30 to 6 p.m. workshop program, 6 p.m. registration and networking, and then 6:30 the dinner, along with the regional meeting program following after. So if you're interested, I would strongly encourage you to touch base with Ms. Peck, and we will take care of business for you at that time. So Corey is not here, and I don't believe Corey's signed in digitally, correct? So we're going to move on past the legislative liaison, and we're going to go right to Mr. Bushman.
Excellent. Just excited to report out that we are 5 days into the school district. It started off very well. I had a chance to get out into the buildings and was very impressed by all of our staff and the skills that they have. No more so than in one of our elementary schools when there was our youngest learner, I think he was a 4K or a 5 or a kindergarten student who had a death grip on mom and did not want her to leave school that day. And to watch our staff be able to de-escalate him and get him back in was amazing. So great things going on. The other thing I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Barth and the students that he brought with, Layla, Zach, and Natalie. It's always intimidating to speak in front of adults, especially a school board, but the kids did fantastic with that. The students did fantastic. The Excellence in Action is a segment we're going to bring to the board. We think most of the time boards are talking about really heavy topics and difficult discussions, and we get lost in that sometimes and forget that there are amazing things that occur all throughout our district. And I bet if we talked with the students tonight about their experiences, they felt the same way in middle school, they felt the same way in elementary school, that it's just a great experience. So it's something that we want to bring in front of you guys and in front of the community to let them know we have great products. Our kids are phenomenal. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Well, I would definitely concur with that in bringing things to the board to let the board know what is going on in our district and make it a one-on-one type of presentation like you did tonight. It'd be great to see other schools, other buildings in our district to continue to do that throughout the year. So I greatly appreciate that, Mr. Bushman. With that, I'm going to reference the written board member liaison district activity report and ask that this report be entered into the official record. Thank you very much, Ms. Peck. And with that, I'm seeking a motion to adjourn. So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much for being here, everyone.